Okay, let's discuss another reading question of the PTE. Hope you can see the screen. So let's understand each and every sentence, right? So as soon as I have read the passage, I have understood, it is talking about special rules a bride in the Xhosa culture follows when she gets married. In Xhosa culture, when a woman gets married, she goes to live with her husband and his family. She must be very respectful and do many new things. Like she should look sad at her wedding because she is leaving her own family. She can't walk in certain places in her new home, like where the cows stay or where the village meets. Okay. She has to be very careful about not saying the names of the older men and women in her husband's family. And sometimes she has to find other ways to say things so she doesn't use their names. She has to work a lot in her new home, doing things like cleaning and cooking. She must wear something like a scarf on her head and can't show her hair, her hair to her husband's family. She can't drink milk from the cows at the new place or touch the cups and things used for drinking. So these rules gets easier and she can be more relaxed. She gets to do a special thing where she drinks milk at her new home, which shows she is now really a part of this new family and not her old family anymore. So this is overall meaning of this passage. So let's discuss exact meaning of each and every sentence. Right. First sentence. Yeah. A Xhosa bride in southern Africa, in contrast to her western counterpart, is expected to show both reluctance and sadness during her wedding. Any signs of joy are considered inappropriate. This means a woman getting married in a Xhosa culture is supposed to act shy and sad. Sad. She should not look happy because that's their tradition, which is different from weddings in places like America or Europe, where brides usually look happy, right? The second sentence, yeah, this is the second sentence. Is concentrate what is being explained. So the second sentence is she may even cry and not without reason because she is leaving her own family and relatives to live among a group of strangers where she will have to be careful of what she says and does. So this sentence means that the bride might cry because she is going to live, she is going to live with the new people she does not know well, which can be scary, which can be, anxious. She needs to think before she speaks and be careful with her actions. This is what exactly means, you know, the highlighted sentence means. Next sentence. Uh, yeah, this is the next sentence. For example, A new bride is not allowed to walk across the central meeting place in the middle of the kraal or village, nor the cattle pen. This means there are rules for the bride in her new home. She can't walk in certain important areas of the village or where the cows are kept. Yeah. The next sentence. And when she wishes to go from house to house, she must take the back way. Okay, she should not go, the straight way. She should take other ways if she really move from one house to other. The next one, to show respect for, yeah, this is the sentence, is, yeah, to show respect for her husband's senior relatives, she has to avoid using the names of senior male relatives or even words similar to them, which can lead to some complex, you know, paraphrases, which gives a sense that to be polite to the older men in her husband's family, she can't say their names or even words that sound like their names. She has to use different words to talk about them, which can be, a complex, similarly meant words are a bit tricky. Next, this is the next sentence. Furthermore, she is not allowed to use the personal names of her mother-in-law, nor those of some of her husband's aunts and elder sisters. This means, in addition to all the above, she can't say the first names of her husband's mom, some of his aunts, or his older sisters. Next, hope you're all following. Her first priority is the care of her husband, which means doing most of the heavy domestic work. Yeah, she has to engage with all the domestic, household works, right? And the taking care of her husband is the utmost priority. Further restrictions. Yeah. Further constraints are having to wear a handkerchief low over her forehead, never showing her bare head to her husband's relatives, not being allowed to drink milk from the homestead herd, and not touching the drinking utensils. There are some more rules like she must wear a cloth on her head, can't show her hair to her husband's family, can't drink the milk from the cows at home, and can't touch the things used for drinking. So these are other rules. So, however, these rules becomes less strict as time passes. So, is you could understand this, but as the time goes on, she doesn't have to follow these rules as strictly. Next, this is the next sentence. The handkerchief is eventually removed, gifts are exchanged, and family relationships becomes a bit more relaxed. So this means, in the process of time, she can take off the cloth from her head. People give each other presents, and everyone starts to feel more comfortable with each other. Finally, yeah, this is the sentence. Finally, there is a ritual killing of a cow, and the bride is allowed to drink the milk of the homestead. So this means, there is a special ceremony at the end where they kill a cow, and then the bride can drink milk from the cows at her new home. So even she wants to drink milk at her new home, right? Um, new mother-in-law's home. So there is a ritual killing of cow. Bit eccentric, no? Yeah, next. However, once she has done this, she can no longer drink the milk of her father's house, symbolizing her final separation from her family. So this gives a sense like, but after she drinks the milk at her new home, in the ceremony, after the ceremony killing the cow, she can't drink milk from her dad's cows anymore, which shows she is now fully part of her new family and not her old one. right? So this is how the bride's life changes according to the customs of Xhosa culture after she gets married. Now observe the options. Let's see the options. First one. She is not allowed to drink milk from her father's cows. It's actually correct. After a special ceremony, she can't drink milk from her father's cows because she is part of her new family now. So no clear information, but somehow could be correct. Keep it aside. So she cannot use the name of any of her husband's male relatives. This is also correct. Right? She has to be careful and not say the names of older men in her husband's family. There is an information given in the passage. At her wedding, she is meant to appear unwilling. This is also correct. At her wedding, she is expected to look sad and maybe even cry because it shows she is sad to leave her family. Next. D. She is not allowed to enter her new home by the front entrance. So there is some information, no? She wishes to go from house to house. She must take the back way. So based on which we can go with this, right? What's the information? And when she wishes to go from house to house, she must take the back way. Okay, based on this, she is not allowed to enter her new home by the front entrance, but no clear context. Keep it aside. So you can't go with this option as correct. So this is another rule, when she wishes to go from house to house, she must take back way to show respect in her new home as part of wedding customs in the Xhosa culture, right? So for the multiple choice question, for this particular question, although it is not directly stated, option D, this one could be considered correct if we interpret taking the back way as also applying to entering her new home, not just traveling between houses. However, without further context, that specifically mentioned the entrance of her home, it is considered assumption. More clear information is necessary to support this D. Yeah, keep it aside. Next. She must wear a headscarf when meeting her husband's relatives. In fact, this is correct. She wears, right? She wears something like a scarf over her head so that she does not show her hair to her husband's family. She is not allowed to touch plates in the family home. This is incorrect. The text actually says she cannot touch the drinking utensils, not plates, right? She must avoid using the names of some of her husband's female relatives. Yeah, this is also correct. She can't say the first names of certain women in her husband's family. Women, elder sisters, aunts. To use personal names of mother-in-law, her mother-in-law, not those of her husband's aunts, nor those of her husband aunts and elder sister. Yeah, females. Right, this is also correct. So there A, B, C, E, G are correct. Let's see. If anything goes wrong, we will see again. We will review the options once again. Oh. So A and B have been considered wrong. Okay, she's not allowed to drink milk from her father's cow. Oh, more context is necessary. No, once the ceremony is finished, the ritual is finished, right? She cannot use the name of any of her husband's male relatives. Is it about male relatives? Yeah, let's see again. So yeah, A is incorrect because the passage indicates that after a certain point in the new marital tradition, specifically after ritual of killing of a cow, the bride is allowed to drink milk from cows at her new home, symbolizing her final separation, right, from her father's house. Before this ritual, there is no mention of her being prohibited from drinking milk from her father's house. So this is A is wrong. She cannot use the names of any of her husband's male relatives. Yeah, this is also incorrect because the passage specifies that she should avoid using the personal names of her mother-in-law, her husband's aunts, and elder sisters, while it does mention avoiding the names of senior male relatives or words similar to them. It does not explicitly say that she cannot use the names of all male relatives without exception. So it seems that there is an emphasis on senior and male relatives and specific female relatives, right?